Well, well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Malady, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang.
Ugh. Undead and God-woken. Well, now I've seen everything. Well, I was trying to get a little taste of your flesh. I can tell a lot from a little morsel, but you're fresh out.
She leans back, looks you over, and smirks.
So, God-woken, you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that? Of course not. Not you. You're an independent, right? Well, first things first.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what she taught you. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin...
You really are God-woken. I'm... happy. Oh, how unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. Boat first, questions later. As you wish.
Two empires, tooth and claw. Humans and lizards fighting since the dawn of time. Nice.
Well, well, quite the mess you've made. I'm Malady.
She steps forward. She releases you and grins.
God woken. I'm Malady, as I said. I'm here to help you get off this. Of course. Well,
She peers at you close.
tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you?
Her eyes go wide.
No god, huh? Then who?
She leans forward.
How long has it been possessing you? Well, shite. Listen to me, this isn't good. Whatever's inside you, it's yes, you do. Luckily for you, I'm going to keep my eye on you. And luckily for me, no. I'm only bad when the occasion...
She looks you slowly from helm to...
This might be an interesting boat. Now, show me what you learned from that other soul-stealing miscreant who's... Perfect. You really are... I'm... happy. Come then, we set sail, your destiny...
Malady beckons you to the...
After you, darling.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water.
God woken.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least on the shoulders of one of them.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
Look at all those poor saps. They should have just let us go.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better.
Well, well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Protest. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to it. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. No. Yes, it seems our shield is still... How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not.
Sendelius. Pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need the ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ash.
Thank you. We were held. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If nothing, the ship is live wood. That much is clear. But I couldn't communicate. Pray that they may find rest.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what...
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a...
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply. Then...
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you.
Very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll... Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an... That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break...
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder.
These Seekers have such a limited skill.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you...
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they? That's the spirit.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
Reckon this isn't any normal ship. Dallas probably rigged it with traps from head to backside. Let's keep it dancily.
This vessel is unlike any I've seen.
Where would a Magister hide something? You made it, Godwoken. Good.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say? Off we go, then.
Nothing on any of the dead bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
Boring.
nothing on any of the dead bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
We've braved the joy, and I lust.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joint...
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around it.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't in much of a... All right then, just... I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
The Seeker has removed one of her gauntlets. A young Magister paces around the brig. She notices you observing her. She's...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information on Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. The Magister's stare hardens into an
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine...
You must be starved for company.
A young magister, she noticed...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering... There's a shift in the magister's expression.
I'm a good magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common... She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabinet.
I spotted something.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice the wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood. The face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you, and a shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an...
I am summoned. Speak. You've summoned me with the gem, indeed. Yes, and yes.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? Armor? Such a limiting word. Dallas has been keeping me prisoner here. But I tried to keep working on... Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under... I've offered my services for gold in the past, yes. But my labors for...
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the...
She used some form of domination device on me.
forcing my hands to do her bit. Well, the situation is looking immeasurably. So why don't you tell me all about my valiant rescuers? To whom do I owe my... Ah, I do like music. I created a never-ending music box for a lizard viceroy once. I must hear you perform at some point. But for now, I ought to carry on with what I'm doing. Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you took it. No, I made it. Have you seen the kind of metal? As I said, the Magister's left me weakened. But this will help. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm.
That damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is... No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice. Not...
His face abruptly creases into...
But come now. Enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my... I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? Well, you're painting me into a corner here, friend.
If this one was enslaved by Dallas, then he could still be under her thrall. We can't...
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our blades. Leave him.
Let the creature live. He is hardly worth our time.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal? The waters run deeper than I would have anticipated. My business, there's likely not a soul aboard this ship without secrets they'd rather keep hidden. Why should I face more scrutiny?
He proffers out his hands with a diplomatic smile.
You do me a disservice. These are the hands of a craftsman, a healer. All I seek is progress and enlightenment.
Expert warriors for hire. Seasoned in combat. We won't let you down.
This again? This looks like a teleporter pyramid. It could certainly come in handy.
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
junk.
What script is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be written in verse. I've spotted something.
I've spotted something.
I'm a monster. I click and clack as I stalk my tail rattle. I suffer. Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. Was Tarquin that wretch, that rat? I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on me miserable. No, 'tis ignoble to wish for death, but ask it from a Mumsy. Is she here? There is no shame in being ridiculous in the name of love. Fie! Hear this feline's lament, you! She sent you!
The cat begins to purr and rub itself.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around his. As I said, not Mumsy. You'll need the song for that. As I said, not Mumsy. You'll need the song for that. Oh, I don't know. In the Divinity song, of course. Trouble not.
The cat purrs, an eerie.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am.
Oh, Quirkus, don't be like that. I was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous of, honestly.
I have nothing to say to you. Think twice in future before you urge violence against others. I have nothing to say to you. Think twice in future before you urge violence against others. I have nothing to say to you. Think twice in future before you urge violence against others. I have nothing to say to you. Think twice in future before you urge violence against others.